Here we go, folks. The FPL 6 Picks contest is open for game week 6. You have until the Friday night FPL deadline. Yes, don't forget it's a Friday night deadline again to submit your own selections in either the comment section here on YouTube, over on Twitter, or on our Facebook page. For those of you new to the contest, there is a how to play rules video that I'll link at the end of this video and in the description below. Basically, there are 6 categories and you try and predict the highest scoring FPL player in each category. The golden rule is you can't pick the same player twice in 2 categories, or you can't pick more than 1 player per club team. For example, if you choose Kevin De Bruyne in a category, you can't choose any other Man City player like Aguero or Sterling in a different category. There are 2 prizes on offer this season. We are so lucky to have 2 prizes this season. The first prize is a month's premium subscription to FoomniAnalytics.com and their whole suite of FPL tools to help you with your team strategy and transfer decisions. The second prize is activated if you manage to win and score over 65 FPL points. The name of the channel is FPL Crypto, and that's because we give away some cryptocurrency prizes every game week, or at least try to. So you can activate that prize if you pick right in a certain game week and get over the 65 FPL points. It's been done before. It's been done 3 times so far this season. $10 of Bitcoin to whoever can do it in game week 6. As always, please subscribe, like and share if you're enjoying the content. Now, last week's winner was a YouTube comment entry. TEBOHO MONAHENG scored 58 points, just falling short of the 65 points to get to $10, but a great effort overall. Let's see how he did it. So the premium pick then, Aubameyang with his 2 goals against Watford, 13 FPL points, starting off really great. Differential then, he was my gut feeling last week. Heung-min Son, 16 FPL points scored. He has taken off. Budget defense then and budget offense, letting a lot of players down last week, including TEBOHO. Only the 2 points and the 3 points there. Gut feeling then, Aguero, yep, 6 points, steady. Aguero is flying this season. And then captaincy for Salah. Everybody seemed to go Sterling or Aguero. Salah was the better option. He got 9 points, which doubled to 18 points. Congratulations to TEBOHO. We're going to get you hooked up with some Foomni Analytics action so you can propel up the overall ranks in FPL, hopefully. So that's great. Just to say, it was really close last week. There was only 6 points separating the top 20 picks last week. You can check out the full results in the link in the description below. It's a link to a website of mine, and you'll be able to find yourself and see where you finished up. Alright, let's move on to the picks for game week 6. This is the way we do it. It's a short list of 3 players, and then I go ahead and choose my preferred pick in each category. So, premium pick is the first category. In this category, we choose a goalkeeper or a defender costing 5.5 million or more, or we can opt for a midfielder or forwards who cost 8 million or more. My shortlist this week contains some usual suspects: Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Mo Salah, and Lucas Digne. Aubameyang first. He is yet to blank in 5 game weeks of FPL. Really solid stuff. Arsenal at home to Villa. Arsenal will be lost without his finishing ability, let's be honest. 2 clinical goals against Watford in game week 5. Salah then, 12.5 million. We all know what he's about. 4 goals, 2 assists for the season. The top scoring FPL midfielder so far. Lucas Digne, 6.2 million. 0 points in game week 5, letting down a lot of owners. But Everton have an easier game on paper at home to Sheffield United. 2 assists for the season, and every opportunity to add to that this week. I'm going to go with Salah this week. Chelsea have decided not to defend this season, and Mo Salah likes to score goals. As simple as that. There is the whole Mane versus Salah, who is better debate going on. Who knows? They're both really good. So I just say stick with your one player, whoever you got. Mane got the majority of the points in game week 5, so maybe it's Salah's turn to outshine him in game week 6. Who knows? He is my premium pick. Differential category then. In this category, you have to choose a player selected by less than 10% of teams. So official ownership Team selected by percentage at time of entry must be below 10% for the players. My differential pick shortlist for Game Week 6. Heung-min Son, Fabian Gross, and Shea Adams. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit for this game week, you know, get some new faces on the board. So, Heung-min Son, as we mentioned in last week's video, he was about to explode, and 16 FPL points later is the result. His ownership is going to skyrocket if he produces something similar away to Leicester this weekend. Fabian Gross then, 6.5 million, 0.8% ownership. Super differential here. Fabian Gross created more chances than any other FPL midfielder in game week. 6 chances created. Gerard Deulofeu was the only player to create more in all of FPL last week. He should keep his place too. A Trossard out in the side for Brighton. Shea Adams, 5.8 million, 0.6%. A lot of you might be scratching your heads as to why I've got him in there. So I'm guessing you're all expecting me to go with the obvious this week and say Heung-min Son. Well, no, I'm going to play it risky. As I said, I'm going to mix it up a little and try and get ahead of the field. Shea Adams, let's summarize him here. 4 goal attempts last week, 3 inside the box, 5 big chances for this season he's had, which is the same as the likes of Tammy Abraham and Aubameyang, Callum Wilson too. But most important stat is goals, and he has none. He has 0 goals so far this season. 5 starts, 5 blanks, nothing to show for his efforts so far. But I don't think this will continue to last, and this might be his week. So I'm taking a risky one, a punt here on my differential pick. I'm going to go with Shea Adams. He's at home to Bournemouth next. Budget defense pick then. In this category, we're going to go for a goalkeeper or a defender who costs less than 5.5 million at time of entry. The shortlist this week is Emil Kraft, 4.5 million Newcastle defender, Syed Kolasinac, and James Tarkowski. Okay, Kraft. I was actually going to go for Fabian Schär on the shortlist, but he has a calf injury which might turn out just to be cramp. But on the safe side, to err on the side of caution, I left him out. I went for Kraft. 4 starts in a row now for him. 3 big chances created during that time. 1 to look out for, 4.5 million, and tiny ownership too. He's under 1% owned. Syed Kolasinac then seems to be back in favour. Started the last 2 game weeks and grabbed an assist last weekend. And he's one of those great attacking fullbacks that we all love to see in FPL. Love to own them. Arsenal's clean sheet record, though, that's a wipeout. It's horrible. It worries me. And you know what also worries me is the fact that Emery is very rotation prone. He can be just as bad as Pep Guardiola sometimes. James Tarkowski then, Burnley at home to Norwich this week, so definitely not an easy team to keep a clean sheet against. But he is my pick this week. I'm going to go with James Tarkowski, excuse me. He has 14 penalty touches this season, second only to that player, Andy Robertson, the highest scoring FPL defender last season. And he's tied second for attempts inside the box. All of them headers. 5 attempts inside the box so far this season. Maybe a headed goal is on the agenda coming soon. Maybe it could be this week. He's my pick anyway. Budget offense pick next. So here we go for a player that costs over 8 million, and they have to be either a midfielder or a forward classified. My shortlist for this week: Callum Wilson, couldn't leave him out. McGinn, that's John McGinn for Villa, and Richarlison. Now, Callum Wilson is 7.8 million. He's dropped 2 million since the start of this season. And he got his first double-digit haul last weekend. Every game week he's got something, and still his ownership is quite low. It's in and around 11%. John McGinn then, 5.6 million, 6.6% owned. Nobody has had more goal attempts in this Villa side than John McGinn. Not even Wesley, who plays up front, has had more attempts than him. And then Richarlison, a confidence player who is streaky. We mentioned him last week too. He followed up his 2 goals in game week 4 with an assist last week. So maybe in with a chance for more returns for game week 6. But I'm going to go with John McGinn. Again, you're probably thinking, why is he doing this? Callum Wilson is the obvious choice, but not this week. This is the logic. On one hand, Arsenal have conceded more shots than any team in the Premier League this season. On the other hand, you got John McGinn. He's had 11 goal attempts so far, more than any Villa player. So put them together and hopefully we'll get some FPL points. Hopefully. That's a big underlined, highlighted word there, because you never know in FPL. He's my pick for game week 6. Looking at the gut feeling pick. So in this category, you can choose any player in the game. Doesn't matter what their ownership is or their price. But I encourage you to try and think outside of the box and go for some left field unpopular picks. So I have a short list this week that's consisting of Crystal Palace player for the first time this season. So I have Wilfried Zaha in there at 6.8 million. Nicolas Pepe makes it again at 9.4 million, 3.6% ownership, the Arsenal classified midfielder. And then James Maddison is the third shortlisted player. So with Zaha, well, he was in so many teams before the season started, and he's done nothing in FPL to date, just like Shea Adams. I have a gut feeling he's going to get something, get an attack and return at least to Wolves, because Wolves look tired and are a little bit sloppy at the moment. Pepe then, another one to kind of disappoint so far, but one can't help but feel that the points are going to come soon. Maybe when the first FPL points start coming in, then they'll all roll in afterwards. He has 1 assist so far this season, but he should have greater returns for the quality of player he is. James Maddison then, great to watch, but underwhelming returns this season so far. Only 2 assists, even though he's in all the set pieces and gets his fair share of free kicks and good opportunities every game. So Maddison, 7.1 million, 11% ownership is my pick this week. Not the kindest of games at home to Spurs, let's be honest, but they did play Champions League midweek. I still have a gut feeling about Maddison. Week in, week out, I watch him and he seems to get into great positions in the box. Just doesn't put them away. He hasn't put away his chances yet. A matter of time before he registers a goal, I think, and it could be this week. I'm going with him. Captaincy pick. So this is the choice that means the most, because you get double points in FPL and you also get double points in your 6 picks entry. Again, you can choose any player in the game, no restrictions. Obviously, it has to be your most trusted and confident pick because of the fact it gets double points. This shortlist consists of Aguero, Sterling, and inaugurally Teemu Pukki has made it. Pukki deserves his place amongst the elite captaincy shortlist. A fantastic display again, brought about 11 FPL points against Man City. He has now scored against Liverpool and Man City this season, which leads to the question, is he fixture proof? Is Teemu Pukki now somebody you can rely on to start regardless of who Norwich are playing? Can we begin to trust him for the captaincy too? The answer is, if you own him, you should be playing him every week. That's a given. No benching Pukki anymore. And yes, from time to time, he is a great captaincy candidate. He has 3 double-digit hauls this season, and that's what you want. The high point ceiling returns from captaincy material players. So definitely a captaincy candidate. Great confidence to put the armband on him now if I owned him. I really would, but not this week. I don't think this is the week to be captaining Teemu Pukki. It's Man City's home fixture to Watford that stands out. It is the favourable tie of the week. Their assets take precedence. I am labelling Aguero as the pick this week for me because of the rest he got midweek in the Champions League. So Jesus started on Wednesday night. He has not failed to deliver this season. Aguero, he's in that elite club too. The best captain option by far, I feel. But the way this season is going, do not be surprised to see Watford somehow win this game. Even though on paper it is the tastiest tie, where there's a lot of FPL points on offer, probably for those attacking assets at Man City. God knows what's going to happen. It's crazy this season. The results have not really been predictable whatsoever. But I'm going to go with Aguero. He's my captaincy pick for game week 6. Here is a summary of my selections. Remember, the deadline is very close, so I'm posting this video on a Wednesday night here in Canada. You've probably got less than 24 hours to start getting your entry in. Don't forget about your teams too. Get in there and make sure they're all set and ready to go, because it's easy to miss it. It's easy to miss those Friday deadlines. We're all busy people. That's it, folks. I'm looking forward to hearing what you're going for in the comments. Loving all the interaction so far this season. Thank you to everyone, all the subscribers, and thanks for all the love and feedback. Take care and good luck for game week 6. Let's hope there's green arrows coming for us all. We're desperately in need, some of us.